Well, so it's come to my attention that I have been making videos for 7 years. 7 years. Jeez. It's crazy how time flies by. I wouldn't have thought 7 years. That was thanks to Zachary4279's comment. You've done this for 7 years. How are you not free from lust yet? I mean, I replied to that comment, but I didn't really like that comment, to be fair. But then I received a comment today from Boyato. Buyato? I think that's the one. He left a big paragraph. That was actually a great comment. He was pretty much saying, thank you for sharing this with an open heart. What you're saying speaks to me. I hang out with friends. Yeah, man. It's always the people you're around that can throw you off track, because not everyone is going to be on what you're on. And that's the thing with it, man. Because with this sort of lifestyle, I feel like you don't really open up to people about you doing this sort of thing. People think, why the fuck are you doing that? That's a bit strange. Like, even the fact that I'm making videos on it, I wouldn't like people I know to find these videos and think, oh, look at him fucking doing that. That's why you just got to do this thing, man. On your Jack Jones, and whoever else is on it, if they mention it, then you can be like, oh, I'll do the same thing, sort of thing. But yeah, what he's saying here makes a lot of sense. So in the first paragraph, what you're saying speaks to me. I hang out with friends who smoke while I'm trying to quit smoking. So when I go see them to socialise a bit, I smoke again, which makes me motivated, but also demotivated at times and more inclined to watch naughty content. That's the thing, man. It's a vicious cycle. You could be around your friends, they're all smoking, you get the urge, oh, should I have one when they're doing it? It's all good vibes around it. But that's when you just got to tell yourself, no, man, because you'll have that. And then all your other disciplines will go out the window. Then you go home. Then you'll start scrolling your phone. And then one thing leads to another. And then you're back to square one, beating yourself up. The next bit, he says, the maximum I could go was up to 6 months of retention. But I tried again with more than 20 attempts because I did 1 week relapse to it. That's the thing, man. Sometimes you get on that really long streak. I mean, you've done longer than me, 6 months. My record is probably just over 3 months. So you relapse, and then it's like free for all. Then you do a week, then you relapse, and you do 2 weeks, and you relapse, and you relapse. So 6 months is impressive, though. Well done on that. And then he says, it's incredible to what extent we are slaves to our impulses. That is so true, man. And the thing is, a lot of people are without them realizing, and they can't help it. So break free of all that, man, and be in control of your addictions and impulses. Be that guy, man, for yourself. Don't be like everyone else, man. Everyone else ain't got the willpower, the dedication to do what you can do. So that's how you got to see it. Like, don't do what everyone else is doing. You do what's right and best for you. I was on the edge during the day, swelling mechanically. There is suggestive content. That's what I'm saying. All these apps now, Instagram is like fucking Pornhub, Twitter and all of that. We may have no retention for a while, but the fact is we have our ups and downs, true, but we are out of it differently even if we relapse from time to time. That's the thing, man. Not many people practice this, so the fact that we are practicing this here and there, it's got to count for something, you know what I mean? Like, it's better than nothing. When I see your videos that you've been posting for 5 years, apparently 7 years, and I still haven't beaten lust, according to that bloke, but what does he know? It's incredible the guy you have become, the deep voice, the calm aura, and we also become more handsome on the retention. Well, that's the thing, like 7 years isn't an actual while. So in 7 years, I'm pretty sure you're going to sort of grow and change. And obviously when you're on a streak as well, that probably adds to the benefits. But yeah, I feel like it brings the best out in you when you practice semen retention. Like, how many people do you think out there are even practicing this, like in your immediate circle? Especially, like, fair enough, people could probably do a week without even trying or whatever, or a couple of weeks. But once you get a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, mate, you're probably one in thousands, millions. So that's why I feel like us people who do this, we're on a different level to everyone else, because they literally addicted to this, that, and whatever. I feel like right now I don't really have. I say probably my only addiction is probably riding my motorcycle, and being on my phone. So, I mean, I don't think they're bad in any way. To be fair, I mean these days everyone's on their phones. You know what I mean? And then he goes to say, we are like Highlanders. We enter the room, we would recognize ourselves between retainers. I looked at photos of myself before when I did not practice, and today there's a positive change. To be fair, I've noticed that as well. Like when my lifestyle's off compared to being on a, a major health kick, retention, all of that for the long distance, you definitely see and feel the difference, man. You definitely do. I read this practice in book by Bertie Spalding, but I see that it has an incredible effect on women. The fact that talking to them without sexualizing, they ask themselves questions, and even they feel that we have energy since a few. Well, that's the thing, man. Like, when you're in a lot of guys, you realize that there's not really any energy there. They're sort of dull. They sort of mope about. They're sort of like they're missing that spark. And I feel like when you get on a retention, sometimes it's almost like you've got ADHD sort of thing. Like you've got that energy about you. I feel like some guys probably start hating on you more because they see you as a threat in certain ways. But then a lot of other guys seem to respect you and want your time. And they view you as a respectable figure. And I also noticed that a lot of females do tend to look at you a lot more. I mean, I don't know if it's because you're more aware of your surroundings and you're more sort of aware sort of thing, but you do get a lot more eyes. But obviously, I'm only 32 days in at the minute, so I doubt that's a significant enough streak to have these crazy stories what I see some people posting where women are throwing themselves at them. I mean, to be honest, I could not care less about that aspect of it. I mean, it's a bonus, gives you a bit of an ego boost, but at the same time, I don't know, man. But 100%, man, what you're saying is correct there. I feel like people feed off that energy and they can see the energy within you because most other guys around you are not on that and they don't have that energy. So you choose what side you want to be on. You want on the easy side where you're just in that vicious cycle of bang, 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 poop, all your bad habits, instant gratification, or do you want to sacrifice that to have a more level, stable sort of energy where you're not dependent on things like that? Don't get me wrong, there's hard days. I mean, even mentally, emotionally, it can get a bit hard because I feel like your feelings are more intensified when you're on this sort of lifestyle. But yeah, man, I've dabbled both sides and I probably will end up bouncing back and forth. But at the minute, I'm trying to crack on and continue with this lifestyle and enjoy the rewards and keep it going. So yeah, guys, thanks for the comments.